3. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Okay, standing by to go live. Standing by to go live. Looks like we're here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, looks like we're live. Just gonna start here shortly. Okay, hi, I'm Glenn, to develop Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team on YouTube, and this round we're kind of on a live stream kick since we just got this other one reposted and it seems like it's working. So here's a quick one where we want to answer the mail. We got a question from a viewer asking about, well, let me go read the question. I live in Allen as well, picking up a couple of kayaks to take my boys out fishing. Any spots you recommend to get them hooked on kayak fishing? And yours truly lives in Allen, Texas, and right down the road from us is Lake Lavon. That's one of our local haunts that we like going fishing. So went to the Lake Lavon website that shows what parks are open or boat ramps are open and whatnot, and right off the bat I just highlighted a few things, one of them being these two highlighted in black border, Bretonia Park and Highland Park. Those have been from yours truly living close to Allen. Those are really easy to get to and fairly protected at times. You just got to watch the wind and whatnot from Highland Park. If it's blowing from the south or east, it may get a little rough on you, as you can see on some of the videos that I post. Additionally, if you go through Bretonia Park, it's more protected, got a more inclined boat ramp, but it is protected. It used to be part of I think like a separate lake that was separate from the, or like a big pond that was separate from the lake itself before they made Lake Lavon and dammed the river. And so that's kind of protected. There's some trees in there that you'll see when the water's low. But those are both very convenient to get to, and I do have an opportunity to catch a fish or two, mainly jug lining at times. If you make the run from Highland Park all the way to the water treatment plant, that's a good paddle, but there's some good opportunity getting some good white bass, as well as a few of those catfish and whatnot, and bass. So, and there's all those trees and whatnot that are around, so that's a good opportunity to try taking some minnows and jigs and try getting some of the crappie that are lingering as well. So those are two good suggestions. Just again, watch the wind, Bretonia being the more protected of the two. Excuse me, it's a little early this morning, and yours truly is, well, having a little coffee or two. Okay, excuse me. Looking at other places that are convenient to Allen. Rockdale Park, I've got it highlighted in yellow. Right here, I've got it highlighted in yellow. And the reason why it's highlighted in yellow is it can be hit or miss, mainly with the traffic. A lot of folks going there. It's getting more popular because the area is getting more houses and whatnot built around. And so you'll see a lot more people closer to the shoreline, as well as fishing as well. So what you used to do is be able to take the kayak and run it right up close to the bank and do some trolling and catch some of the white bass that are hanging out there. Recently, we've been going around the point, headed more closer to a submerged river or creek that runs into the lake, and that's been a good opportunity as well. If you can find where it breaks as well as slopes up, you got a good chance there of catching a fish or two. And then additionally, you can just keep going all the way up the cove or down the cove back to the main lake, and you'll make it close to a couple of marinas that are good opportunities there, as well as I think it's one of the parks that you can hit. It is a good paddle, but has some good success there, just basically trolling back and forth. So one, you get a workout in. Two, there's a good chance you might get a fish or two. If you run into a school of fish, well, hey, bonus. All right, let's see the other places I have listed in yellow. Let's see, Creek, that's still on the west side of the lake, very convenient, again, still from Allen. I like that area. Been doing some jug lining in that area as well. working off of the point, as well as this other point that is around the bend, or around the main boat ramp point area, I guess. The key thing to watch out there is there's a beach area now that they put out more buoys that are further out from the shore, so it's blocked that off. And then one of the points that we fish also has some of those buoys, so you can't really get as close as you used to when I was going there fishing, doing some of that trolling with the kayaks. So that's a good place to go. Again, just got to watch the wind. But what's nice about Tiki Creek is if you've got a wind coming from one direction, since it's sort of like on a peninsula, you could always launch on one side versus the other. Just in one case, you use the boat ramp. In the other case, you're kind of portaging your kayak down to the beach area. Let's see. The other one I have in yellow is Little Ridge Park right here. That's close to the dam face itself. It's a free boat ramp. There's a lot of folks that'll be out there, and depending on the wind, depending on the time of year and whatnot, there's a good opportunity to just kind of work up and down the rocky shoreline that's just north of that ramp, as well as head south toward the dam face and start working some of the points there, as well as the dam itself. And again, you do a lot of paddling and whatnot, but one thing that we did notice certain times of the year is just coming right off Little Ridge Park boat ramp and taking the kayak and just basically doing some bottom bouncing or back paddling. And I think I've got some videos of yours truly out there doing so. And all I'm doing is bouncing a slab and jig rig up and down the bottom and kind of dragging it until I get a fish or two to strike. Tasty coffee, tasty. All right, let's see. What's the other one? In green, I've got Avalon Park and Clear Lake Park. So Avalon Park has been hit or miss because it's been open, it's been closed, and then it's open, but you're not sure. But way back when it used to be open consistently, I liked working. As you get into the boat ramp area, you've got several opportunities. One, if you know the white bass, or at least aware of the white bass, are going to be schooling and whatnot, and you'll see them hitting on the surface and boiling up. It's pretty fun. You can chase them down and whatnot. Additionally, you can kind of work the shoreline and head kind of like you're going to Eastport Park and start working that area, and just pretty much doing some more trolling and slab and jig rigging as well. So you'll tend to see when I do a lot of kayak fishing, it's either anchoring, putting some baits out, jug lining, or in this case, just basically trolling a slab and jig rig. And in the case of the slab and jig rig, it's been hit or miss. Either I do really well, or catch onesie twosies and get a good workout in. All right, so that's Avalon Park. It's not as convenient coming from Allen because it's going to be on the east side of the lake, but that one is one to keep in mind, as well as starting out with someone kayaking. You can kind of play it by ear because there's some shallow, gradual areas that you can practice as you kayak or learn to kayak. Clear Lake Park, that one's nice because there's an island, there's a little gap between the mainland versus the island, and you can shoot through there and get to some good fishing areas. You can work the slab and jig rig around the island and then head back up and down from what they call the north ramp versus the south ramp, and you can go back and forth there. That one is, as of yesterday's post, it looks like it's partially open, meaning, well, actually they're calling it partially closed. It looks like the main ramp is open, but the day use and camping area is closed. And when they say main ramp, there's that other ramp that's just north of it. It sounds like that one's not going to be open, so you'll just have the one. But hey, that's a fairly easy place to go and do some slab and jig rig trolling. And for someone starting out, taking some kids out, that's probably a good opportunity. I think that one you have to pay for, though. It's not a free boat ramp. All right, so hopefully that answers the question. If I was to head out there, I probably would just take out my anchor and head to Highland Park and just catch some shad for bait and kind of sit there and see if I can get a catfish or two to hit. And then if not, do some trolling and slab and jig rigging, probably Clear Lake or maybe Brockdale early in the morning or later in the evening before it gets really busy. And then let's see, and then Ticky Creek, kind of just working around the points, hitting this one point that heads to a cove that's south of Ticky Creek. That seems to be a consistent go-getter for fish. All right, so hopefully that answers the mail on some suggestions if someone's living in Allen, which is on the west side of Lake Levon, and making that run to the lake for some kayak fishing. All right, all for now. Till next time, we'll catch you later. Good luck and good fishing.